I'm Sylvia Bell, and this is The Sit Down. I'm here with everyone's favorite awkward black girl, actor and creator of Insecure on HBO, Issa Rae. Hey, girl, hey.
So excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited for you to be here, too. Speaking of excitement in New York, though, you threw a surprise screening for Insecure yesterday.
Yes.
And in Harlem. And the line basically went, like, all the way to Brooklyn. I saw on camera. It was so long.
Incredible.
And it really speaks to the dedication this audience has for, like, this piece of culture that you've created. But some of the contingency is a bit too dedicated, and I think I'm speaking about a little hive they like to call the Lawrence Hive.
Yeah.
Because I definitely saw a protester outside, like Lawrence was locked up or something.
It was
talking about some no Lawrence, no peace.
phenomenal. I just kept on saying it because, I look at the Insecure HBO hashtag all the time, and I also just saw his voice get increasingly hoarse. I was like, he really been just out there. I don't know if he made it inside. I tried to find him, but...
A rebel without a cause, perhaps? Did you expect the reaction to be this strong?
No, who does? We're just like the goals and making a show about just regular black people that I know, friends, family, and for me in creating it was about like making a show that my friends and family would find funny and relate to. So the fact that it's touched beyond that is always a surprise to me, and it's a welcome surprise. It's exciting. It's so dope that people relate to these characters. People project their lives onto these characters a lot, but it's great.
Right. And we kind of feel like we don't want you to feel like you have to repeat this all season long, so we thought maybe you could look at the camera and tell the Lawrence Hive once and for all a PSA about why they should let this go. So that, it can just be there to be shared, so you don't even have to waste your time anymore.
Look, Lawrence Hive, if you keep in touch with your exes every single day, then by all means continue to protest. But if you're the type to cut exes off and move on, then shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
That's it.
I like, you gotta let them go. Sometimes you just gotta let them go.
You know?
So, do you feel like I've seen some of the first episodes of the season, but do you feel like with Issa, with Lawrence gone, that it puts Issa and Molly a bit back in control of the narrative of the show?
Well, I think for us, it was just about the exciting stories to tell. They had this great closure conversation at the end of season 2, and when me and Prentice sat together at the beginning of season 3 at our little retreat that we do yearly, we're just like, he's not in our life right now. They had a great conversation. It seems like we closed that door. We also don't know the character of Issa outside of Lawrence. Mm-hmm. So this was just an opportunity to explore that. And so, in a sense, rediscover who she is without this man in her life. Season 1 was so much about, like, my dude's kind of trash, and he's been holding me back, and then realizing, oh, my gosh, she's the one for me, but it was too late. Season 2 is about I lost him, and I want to get him back, and it feels like we kind of told that story. So who are you now? And that's so real in relationships. It's just now that I've lost my partner, I need to rediscover who I am.
Right. And you mentioned before that toxic masculinity is one of like the themes on this season for this season. So there's still like an array of eye candy ladies and all of that.
Yeah, about that. I never said that, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's so interesting.
Where did they come from that?
So I was doing like a red carpet interview, and one of the interviewers was like, oh, what are some topics that you'd like to explore just ever that you haven't gotten a chance to? And I listed a long list, and then the next thing I knew...
They pulled that one.
They pulled that one, that was going to be the theme. But we've explored that, I think, to a degree in several seasons. And, there are instances of it even in this season, but it's not a theme by any means.
Got you. Now, something that is so fascinating to me is Dro's open marriage and just how many people don't believe it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's supposed to be a secret, whether it's like an actual open marriage or not. I don't know if we just don't believe Dro because he's tall and light-skinned. Like, but like, why do you think people don't want it, like, think Dro's lying or don't really believe about that he's an open marriage?
I mean, open marriages are taboo. I think, you have to really trust the person. You have to trust their word. And I think that's also what we wanted to be in Molly's point of view. And that's her best friend. He tells her he's in an open marriage. She's gonna believe it. But I think just in the black community, in the relationship community, period, like open marriages are always met with a side eye. Like, really? What else is going on? So I think there's the tall, black, and light skin factor. But I also just think that in general is always like, are you really? You're really open? What else is going on?
Yeah. No, I think that's it too. I mean, personally, I just don't understand how somebody can be 6'7" and not be in any league. Like, what kind of discipline ethic? Like, what kind of ethic do you have? What kind of work ethic do you have that you can make it into the league if you're 6'7"?
He played overseas. Why are you coming for Sharones?
I'm just kidding. I love Joe. I do. I just had that on my chest. I really had that on my chest. I just got questions.
I didn't do that, sure. She said it. So.
But you are also nominated for an Emmy this year,
yes.
which I'm very excited about.
Thank you.
So does this mean we're rooting for everybody black now, or are we rooting for Issa?
No, we're always rooting for everybody black. Like, I'm black too, so that includes me.
Includes you, yes.
I'm already included. But yeah, I'm just excited to be there. I'm excited about the number of us that were nominated and acknowledged. I'm just ready to party afterwards with everyone. Like, I'm doing several events just that Emmy weekend just because after that it's dope that you can say you're Emmy nominated for like 2-3 months because they announce it so early, and after that you gotta let it go. So I'm just gonna milk it as much as I can. You
really do have the best award season Instagram stories. I feel like you really put us in you give us the information we want to know. Like, is the bar open? Is there a Hennessy? Is Drake there? Absolutely. Like, you give us the things we're looking for, and I really appreciate that, and I hope that continues this season.
It's because I'm allowed to bring my friends, which is so exciting. But thank you for appreciating my drunken Insta stories.
Relatable. Did you think that phrase, though, rooting for everybody black, would become such a black proverb when you said it? Like, it's really become an African-American proverb. Like, everywhere I go, we're just rooting for everybody black. We are just rooting for everybody black.
That's dope. That's news to me. It's I guess, relatable, and I love it. It just shows how much we all root for each other, and we want to see each other win.
Yeah. And in addition to being nominated for an Emmy, you are on the cover of Ebony,
yes.
a September cover.
Yes.
You are a actual literal cover girl. Do you still feel like the awkward black girl that you were at the beginning of your career?
You just saw me trip when I came up here. Like, I can't escape it, no matter how hard I try, no matter how good my posture is. Like,
how cute the dress is.
It does not matter. You can't escape it. And I'm fine with it. It's just about embracing it and knowing that it's coming.
Yeah. So you've recently said in an interview on the Today Show that you naming the character Issa was a mistake for you. You felt like because people have a hard time separating you from your character. So we want to play a game in which we give certain scenarios from Issa on the show that see if Issa in real life would or would not do.
Oh, shoot. All right.
So we have a little paddle here for you that says yes and no.
Yes, paddle.
Yes, paddle. So I'm going to give you some scenarios from a scene in Insecure, and you'll tell me, would you do this in real life or not?
Okay.
First scenario is, if you had nowhere else to go, would you stay at one of your ex's house the way Issa's staying with Daniel?
No, but I will say that I have stayed with an ex by choice, but it wasn't for a long period of time. It was like a week. I was visiting in the city. Ah, damn it.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right.
So
but not like that. Not for a long, not broke, I had nowhere to go. So
right.
This is like a yes-no situation. There's context.
There's context. Okay, got it. Last season, we also saw Issa hook up with one of her neighbors. Would you hook up with somebody who lives so close to you?
No, that's the most awkward thing. You gotta walk by them, and that's already, even if you don't hook up with your neighbors and you always walk by them, it's always like, do I have to say something to you? So then, we slept? Like, no. That's a nightmare.
Yeah. No, got you. Would you buy Rite Aid underwear?
Yeah, if I needed it.
Yeah. Go for it. Go for it. Go.
What?
That was go for it. Go for it. Go.
Buy it.
Hope for it. Go.
I love
it. Would you go to a friend's party knowing your ex was going to be there, the way Issa and Lawrence ended up at Derek's birthday dinner last season, knowing that the other would be there?
I would not. I would have to text. First of all, if my friends invited my ex, knowing the situation, no. I would be like, fuck your birthday party then. Because you know what the situation is, you know how we were, so no.
Yeah, when Issa was like, no, it's fine, I was like, what? No, it's not.
She wanted to see him at the end of the day. Like, that's what it comes down to, and she wanted to look her best. It was a very poor decision, but I just don't have that in me.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy. Final one. Would you set up a hotation if you were in the spirit?
Yes.
Go for it. Go for it. Go.
That soundbite gets me every time.
It always always catches me by surprise. Like, you know what that sounded like?
He's like, where's my voice at? That's me. What is it?
Who's that?
Well, before we go, I wanted to announce that I will be hosting BuzzFeed News' own Insecure After Show because we're so obsessed. I'm so obsessed that I need to talk about it every Monday with my friends. We're going to be on this couch, drinking as Issa would want us to do. Just talking about it. Talking about men are trash, how women we can be trash, how we're trying to make it in our careers. We're just going to have a good time. So I'm really excited
to hear that. Thank you for that.
No, thank you. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. Also, season 3 of Insecure premieres this Sunday at 10:30 p.m. More AM to DM is up next. So excited. Do not miss this first episode, y'all. It's going to be good.
Thank you so much, Sylvia.